Hey friends, this is Tracy Brown, and my team and I of non-diet dietitians provide trauma-informed care so that you can feel safer in your skin. And I just wanted to give you all, hopefully, maybe a quick win. Sometimes the simple things make a big difference. And so when it comes to anyone who's ever had any kind of, what's the right word? Any kind of deprivation mindset, whether you restrict or you binge or you do both or whatever, basically when you have any like good food, bad food thoughts, especially if you have a history being raised in that, where like maybe you weren't taught to be a competent eater, you didn't have regular meals and snacks, the food was maybe, sometimes it was plentiful and abundant, sometimes it wasn't, sometimes it's food insecurity, and that's real for a lot of people. Sometimes it's strictly because the caregivers are too busy or are on diets and in disordered eating themselves, and they're not really aware and paying attention to what's going on around them, to be honest, and nourishing their kids as would create, a future competent eater. So whatever your circumstances, or maybe you've been dieting since you were 10 or 15 or 25 or however long, and you've kind of lost track of like actually how to buy food and prepare food, just get it on the table, however you do it, in a way that you can feel in your system that it settles and that your system knows, oh, there's enough. There's more than enough. I'm going to be okay. I want to share with you today a quick way to kind of help your body over time. It takes lots of practice. We know that it takes many exposures, dozens of exposures for kiddos to feel maybe more secure in learning how to eat something. So, and if we didn't get those skills, we got to learn them too as adults, whether we just never got them or the diet culture eroded them, is that we've got to provide enough. And a really simple way to do this is each time that you do take the time to cook, or especially, if you're in the kitchen preparing stuff, don't ever just cook for one meal or one snack. Literally make more than enough to where you would have enough for another meal or snack, bagged up, put in the fridge, set on the counter, in the pantry where you can see it, to where when you're not, your capacity isn't as good or you're busy, you have something. Another quick example is if you're making dinner, and maybe you're making dinner for multiple people, it's not just you, that's for other people, roommates, family, whatever, and you really like something, then make double or triple. And I know that sounds like, I don't know what that sounds like in your system. From a dieter's perspective, it feels scary because there's too much food around. For a competent eater, it's like, oh man, I get to have a choice about what I get to eat tomorrow, versus like, I don't know, I'm just scrounging for what's best or what I've got. So if you're gonna make chicken, fish, rice and beans, whatever you're going to do, don't make enough just for that meal. Make enough where you can imagine what that would be like for multiple, maybe lunches going forward. Let's say a couple, so you don't get burnt out if you have the ability to have a bigger variety of food, and have that available so that when you're busy, you're tired, you're dysregulated, there's something there you can just pull out, warm up. You've already planned ahead that it's enough food because you're getting to know your body and you know what size to put with things, whatever's going on. So this is a quick win for a lot of people that, like, oh yeah, you're right, I only make enough to get by here. Or maybe you live in a house with a lot of really great eaters, and they don't have any food stuff, so they eat when they're hungry, stop when they're full, they pick the best of what's available. And so sometimes maybe leftovers feel kind of sparse, and so you have to basically read your room as to how other people eat too, and make more so that you have enough too. Again, maybe these things seem, you already know that for some of you, great, then provide that for yourself. If you have good leftovers, you like, give yourself permission to eat it so that later on through the day and the next day, you're going to have less food preoccupation. If you're somebody that's like, I want to eat the food, I don't have the neurobiology, I don't have the skills, I don't remember how to do these things. Every time you make food, make more than you think you need. When you need to pack food, pack way more than you possibly think you could ever eat, because you might need it, or maybe you just need choices. So again, some practical stuff today for you all. I hope it was helpful. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.